everyone, we are in Kingston, Ontario. The second stop here today is at Improbable Escapes headquarters. They have two locations. We're going to go over to their West End locations right after this, but let's go check them out as we heard great things about these games here. There's only street parking available here, so make sure to download the Hawk mobile app in advance for payment. Ready to follow me inside to see what the lobby's like? Let's also go meet up with the owners. Perhaps she'll let us take a sneak peek of the rooms. But before I do that, remember to show some support.
What's going on, everybody? It's Brandon from ESCAPETHEROOMers, and yes, we are still on our Canada tour, and we are at Improbable Escapes. We've been waiting so long to get here, and I'm with Emma. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. Emma is the co-owner / co-founder, and we're at their newest location right now, which is Wonderland.
Yes.
And we just played Neverland.
Yeah.
What's the correct title for the Neverland game?
It's Neverland, Heist on the High Seas.
Heist on the High Seas. And they have 2 games here available. And then soon a third one's coming. You know what? I'm going to see what I can get out of her. All right. First, what we want to know is how many games do you have available at headquarters and how many do you have available here?
We have a lot of games altogether. We have 5 indoor games at the headquarters downtown.
Okay.
3 outdoor games, soon 4 outdoor games. We got 3 games in museums in town, and we have 2 games here, soon to be a 3rd.
Oh my goodness. And we played 3 of their games today, 2 at the headquarters and 1 right here where we're standing in right now. At headquarters, which seems to be the most popular game that most people are booking?
Oh, currently the Undersea Overthrow, that's a sub-game. It is our newest and just like the most elaborate sort of in terms of like the furthest we've pushed going into technology.
Okay.
So that one's definitely the most popular. The second one is probably the TriWizard Trials. And then,
so we played TriWizard Trials and we played Mining Mission virtually, remotely, and it was so much fun. But yeah, you should come here and see it for yourself in person. And then here, I know you only have the 2 games and you're fairly new with this location, right?
Yeah.
Which one out of these 2 seems to be more popular?
It just depends on the demographic. Like if you are like downtown, it's a lot more students. And then here it's a lot more families just because of where we are in the West End. Okay. But I think the games book an equal amount. It just depends on like what you're looking to play.
Okay, and by the way, the other game here available is Mining Missions, the 7 Dwarfs. Alright, so now I gotta ask you, because I know you're so busy, you're running around constantly, do you still get a chance to game master and watch players on screen and help them out?
I do. I really make a point of trying to do that because it's easy as you start like building more games and like your 2 facilities to run. We also have a board game cafe here to get pulled away into other things, but I really think keeping a pulse on the player's perspective and like watching teams helps you keep the games fresh over time.
Yeah.
And like that we constantly try to improve older games, so yeah, I feel like...
And watching them, and then I guess... The other thing is I feel like you kind of come up with ideas based on how their thought process is sometimes, right?
Definitely. If I see players try something wrong, but sometimes their ideas are really clever, then we take them.
It's not wrong, it's just different.
Yeah, it's different.
Alright, well, while watching them in the room, is there any story you can share with us? Something funny, something outrageous, something, insane that you'd like to share?
My favorite story of all time is a game we no longer have, a game that used to be in the area that the Undersea Overthrow is now in.
Okay.
We had a school game, and in the school game, there was a volcano, and you had to like solve and like when you put vinegar in a volcano and it erupts. Right. So I had it, so you poured it in, and it erupted, and a key came out. But one time, somebody looked at the jar of vinegar, and for some reason, there was like a little bit of a cap on top so you could pour it a little bit easier, thought it was a speaker and just like poured it on their ear.
Oh my goodness.
It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Oh my goodness. I mean, the reaction must have been like priceless.
It was crazy. She was a good sport about it.
Okay. Wow, alright. We have never heard of a vinegar accident in the era story, so thank you for sharing that. Emma, we know you play escape rooms.
Yes,
we know that you're a huge fan of the industry.
Yeah.
Give us one that was memorable. I mean, favorite is a very hard thing to choose, just something that was memorable, preferably the name of the company and the game.
Yeah, I think we were talking about it, but Room Escape Ottawa is like one of my favorite games and locations of all time. I just love how much they care and like love their things.
What game did you play?
I believe it's called Deliverance.
It is called Deliverance. They were talking to us about that.
I was just so shook by like how well they merged like the theme of vampire and pizza, and then it especially is so clear in the title of like Deliverance as in like the vampire aspect, and Deliver as in deliver pizza, and I just thought it was so clever. And, it really made me, that game made me start thinking about like storylines in games in a whole new way.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah. Shout out to Room Escape for the Deliverance. I'm not sure if it's the Deliverance or Deliverance, but it'll be here on the screen somewhere. We actually visited them yesterday. Great games. We played 2 of them. Check out our YouTube channel so you can see what that's all about. And then you mentioned earlier a little bit about board games. So when you come here to this location for Wonderland, there are plenty of board games in the front of all kinds. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so the back half is escape rooms, the front half is a board game cafe. We have 650 always growing collection of board games, so you can come in and play. You also get to play them before and after your escape for an hour if you so choose. And then we also just have a large retail section that was just born because people would sit and play and then want to take something to go.
Right, and they also have a bar serving hot food and alcohol and regular non-alcoholic beverages and coffee.
Yes.
Gotta have coffee while you're playing before and after.
Yeah, get energized.
Yeah. Well, okay, and one more thing I just want to ask. Well, 2 more things. First, we want to know if there's any updates you'd like to share, of something coming new for Improbable.
Yeah, we definitely have 2 new projects coming out soon.
Okay.
We have an outdoor game called Superhero City, where you are the superheroes and you're running around trying to defeat a whole rogues gallery of villains. That'll be out within a few weeks, just as soon as the snow melts.
So we'll be back here in a few weeks.
And then our next in-house build is called The Mysterious Miseries of Franklin and Stein. And it is obviously a Frankenstein game where you are doing something I think you'll never expect within a game like that.
Okay.
Obviously you have to build the monster and figure out what's going on, but there's a plot twist that I think people will really enjoy.
All right. Well, hey, Frankenstein can't go wrong. Also, that's at this location. I forgot to ask you, what's the max amount of rooms or games you can have here at this location?
This one is 6 in total, so we have 4 more to build.
Wow, okay. And then I do want to ask you one more question. We just met in person. We've met prior to this.
Yeah.
Is there anything you'd like to share with them about what people don't know about you outside of Improbable? Like, do you have a hidden talent, a hobby, or something you like to do?
I am a big board game player. That's why we have so much here. I love Dungeons and Dragons. I'm literally leaving this interview, gonna go play a campaign. I also love card games, so I currently play a card game called Keyforge, which we also run a weekly event for.
Oh, wow. All right, there's plenty of stuff going on here. Not to mention, we are in Kingston, Ontario, so make it on over here. Check out our website, ESCAPETHEROOMers.com, so you know what we thought of the 3 games that we played here. And also, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel because we're showing you what to expect when you get here, the parking situation, the lobby area, what else is happening here, such as board games in the front and the bar, and then also trying to give you sneak peeks inside of some of the rooms so you can see the quality craftsmanship and what to expect when you step inside. And you will not be disappointed when you make it to Improbable Escapes. Peace out.
Left for me to use, 1 hit left for me to move. Time is running out, gotta figure something out.